Welcome to Lesson 8 of SE301. I'm Dr. Greg Graves, and today I will be continuing the conversation on the topic of value modeling and finishing up the quantitative aspects of that task in the problem definition phase of the SDP. So here's where we are in the course. As you can see, we're about to finish up with the second block of the course, and tomorrow we will be moving into the second phase of the SDP, solution design. In the videos for today, we'll review qualitative value modeling, we'll revisit the swing weight matrix, we'll introduce value functions, and then we'll tie everything together into the additive value model. Finally, we'll work through an example to show how we use the value model to determine a value score for a solution alternative. As you saw in Lesson 6, the value modeling task is comprised of two parts, the qualitative value model and the quantitative value model. We use a value hierarchy to create the qualitative value model, which is a representation of stakeholder values. The quantitative value model is the value functions and value measure weights that will enable us to evaluate candidate solutions and eventually compare them in order to recommend one as the preferred solution. Let's review the value hierarchy. At the top, the fundamental objective represents the desired outcome of the system. The second level is the functions that the system must perform to achieve the fundamental objective, and these functions are expressed in verb-object format. At the next level, one or more objectives are associated with each of the value functions. These objectives express the preferences of the stakeholders as to what the function should accomplish. Finally, each objective has one or more value measures, also known as measures of performance, that are ways of assessing how well a solution is accomplishing an objective. Recall that we can have direct or proxy value measures based on whether the objective can be measured directly. Additionally, value measure scales are either natural or constructed, depending on whether the quality being measured has a physical quantity or rate associated with it. Direct value measures with natural scales are the most preferred type. We'll wrap up the review of qualitative value modeling with an example for the decision of where to go out for dinner. You can see the fundamental objective provides the desired outcome of the decision, a pleasurable dining experience for a night out. A solution to meet this fundamental objective must accomplish each of the four functions: attract the customer, feed the customer, quench the customer's thirst, and satisfy the customer. Under attract customer, the objective is maximize cleanliness, and the value measure used to determine how well a solution does that is the number of health code violations, and less is better, obviously. For the function feed customer, the objective is to maximize variety, and the value measure for that is menu choices. The units are the number of choices, and more is better. The structure under the function quench customer thirst is very similar to feed customer. Finally, for the function satisfy customer, we have two objectives: maximize food quality and minimize frustration. The value measure for food quality is the food quality rating measured in units of stars, where more is better. The value measure for minimizing frustration is the service rating, also in units of stars, where more is better. This wraps up our review of qualitative value modeling. In the next video, we will transition to quantitative value modeling.